Greg in Canada wants to tell us a little bit something about prophecy. So welcome, Greg.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Long time watcher. I have a couple. I think I have a couple science verses.
We may have time for one.
So we're already past time, and it says here that you wanted to say something about prophecy being self-fulfilled, not a couple verses about science.
Okay. I apologize. I'll explain that one. Do you remember when the triumphal entry and Jesus said to the disciples to go get a colt or a donkey?
Yeah.
Because it was to fulfill what was said in I think Isaiah or one of the older books. But so he knew the prophecy, so he did it. It's not like it accidentally happened, right? He said, we're doing this to fulfill what was said. So some prophecy is for us to do God's will. Some prophecy is done by God, and sometimes prophecy is done by, like the devil. Watch out, the devil's going to do that. And, so a lot of times it's not like it's just a mystical thing. It's actually shows us to do his will. Do you know what I mean?
No,
not sure. Not really. What's your point? I mean, are you trying to say that prophecy happens so that we can obey it and do God's will by knowing what the prophecy said? That's not very prophetic.
Yeah. It's not really prophetic. It's just like it gives you some heads up to do this, but it's still labeled in prophecy. Like Jesus said, we're doing this to fulfill what was said. It's not like he did it accidentally. And I couldn't find the scripture there, but it's when he was talking about, he asked the two disciples to go get a colt and a donkey.
Yeah.
So now, first of all, I got to correct you on a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, sorry.
The passage you're talking about from Matthew 21, Jesus does not say that this is to fulfill prophecy.
Oh yeah, but there's I'll try to find it.
No.
Yeah, it's in all four of the synoptic gospels.
You're not listening,
only
Greg.
3 of those.
You're not listening, Greg. Jesus does not say this was to fulfill prophecy. When you get yourself a red letter and see what Jesus says. The verse that says this took place to fulfill that which was spoken is not said by Jesus. That's saying by Matthew. And there is no such prophecy. There is no such prophecy in the Old Testament. So you have Jesus telling people, basically, go take something that does not belong to you. So Jesus is instructing them to steal. And if anyone says anything to you, tell them the Lord needs it, and he'll send them right away. So Jesus is telling them, go steal. And if they give you any shit, tell them it's for me and I'm special. And then the author telling this story says, this was all done to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet. Say to the daughter of Zion, see your king comes unto you, gentle and riding a donkey on a colt and foal of a donkey. It isn't Jesus in the book that says this is to fulfill prophecy. It is Matthew in Matthew 21, the author, we don't know who it is because it's an anonymous book, that is claiming that this is to fulfill prophecy. And the author of Matthew was desperate to make anything and everything that he could write about Jesus fulfill prophecy, even if no such prophecy existed, and he just made shit up. So what you're saying about what actually happened can't be demonstrated. What you're saying about what is actually written there is incorrect. What you're saying about prophecy is also incorrect. And a prophecy being fulfilled intentionally when it is known is no prophecy at all. And on that note, we got to go. But thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. It just shows that the writers of the New Testament were trying desperately to convey they're trying to force fit events to convey a biblical God message, and it's a hot mess.
Yeah. And it's not only is it a hot mess, it's wild to be. It's often the case that people will be like, oh, atheists know the Bible better than Christians. Now, I used to know it incredibly well. I don't know it well at all anymore. I have to look stuff up all the time because I'm living my life. And even though I've been hosting a show for 17 plus years, 18, it's 18 years next month, I think. I don't know. answering these questions, I'll be honest. The things I know about the Bible now are the things that, much like a Christian, are convenient to the message that I'm working on now.
Yeah.
I know the verses that are troubling and troublesome for Christians, and I don't recall the verses that used to be uplifting. I mean, I still remember, John 3:16 and
all things work together for the good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose. Yeah, it was when I began to really analyze the Bible and started to see the contradictions and conflicts there. That's when it started unraveling for me pretty quickly.